crew. Super Sunday again. Now, let's listen to this hyper triangle. This is a straight triangle. There's a method to this madness. We're going to get into this big, huge pad action with these hyper oscillators. Look. Let me throw the saw back on. My bad, y'all. Alright, so before we bring the saw in, let's mess with another triangle shape. 1 minus 1, 5. Okay? Now compare and contrast A and B this stuff. Go back to the regular shape of a triangle, and then you go back to this refracted 1 minus 1, 5. Okay, now this is why I give so much content in these packs. You got 4 hyper, you got 8, you got 16, which is what we're using for this display, and then you got 32, which I think, personal opinion, is close to vinyl. Here, we'll just throw up the sign 32 on the screen right now. Change my mind. I'll wait because that looks like vinyl to me. I love it. I love to do this. Okay, synthesis is a ambiguous. It's an ambiguous art, and I love to share the content and break it down because at one point I was extremely ignorant to sound design, and I find that designing your own sounds enriches your music with more of your own essence. And this is why I aim to deliver this to you guys, because this allows you to have sandbox. There's nothing more fun and more authentic and more engaging than sandbox type material. I don't mean to rant. Let's play a couple more keystrokes. We'll put saw on. Hold up, let me put saw on. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. Now let's talk about saw and let's talk about different shapes. But let's play. Let's just do the talking. Okay, now you see what happened? You raise up off that FM. discuss the witchcraft behind it. Okay. Oops. Okay, so we have all three LFOs going on. LFO 1, 122, 100. Everything is key tracked. LFO 2 also 122 at 100% key tracking. LFO 3 is at 110. Now, modulation 1, maximum is going to LFO 1 speed plus 42. Now, turn down to 38. My knob is wonky. Okay, so let's talk about modulation 2. LFO 2 is going to oscillator 2 FM, and that's plus 42. LFO 3 is going to oscillator 2 FM, and that's plus 42 as well. Now, what that is doing is you're stacking it up because LFO 1 is already affecting that, right? The oscillator 2. And we know that we got LFO 1 on that crystal meth 100%. It is speeding down the road. It is about to wrap this car around the telephone pole. Smoking pipes, hot, still under the seat, glove box. You know what they got in it. The bag full of the shit. Listen to that. Going through all those, you know what I mean? Those saw waves. Hyper oscillator spread. Let's load in another shape. We'll load in a negative saw next. We'll get butchered up and get right back. Alright, so we're going to mess with the refractive saw. Those are bouncer to taste. The more aggressive, the FM becomes more aggressive, and the detune becomes more aggressive. It may be desirable, it may not be desirable. It's to taste and to tune as you add in FM on oscillator 1, because you know oscillator 1 is plugged into oscillator 2. Okay. The number on the pulse width will also dictate where you're at with the detune spread. 63 and 64 is why it says in the manual, set them to that. 1, I always set to 63. I find that to be the even for the source. Now for this, depending on look. I'll have to add it in. You see how 63 gets it nice. It's like nice and even. That's why I said 63 or 64. Certain shapes require that. You have to listen. It's only a knob bump away. You know, if you're too lazy to do that, you have a problem. You don't need to mess with a synthesizer because that's like this, that. Okay, press a key. Okay, doesn't sound desirable. Okay, go like that. See how desirable it is in one little knob bump? That's what I mean. So that's how that works, because some of these have odd harmonics, some of them have even harmonics. We know 63 is a odd number and 64 is a even number, so you have to tune into the station. I told you AM FM, amplitude modulation, frequency modulation. Right now we're messing with FM, but we're using a hyper oscillator detune spread. We're just going in between. I hope this is an eye-opener. I enjoy to bring this. I enjoy to do this, and I enjoy to bring this to the table. Okay, I love you guys. Let me get butchered up. We'll get some other things on deck. We'll bring some patches and some other stuff on the next tape. Wrap this up. Like, comment, subscribe. Day ones, please hit the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm Trolls, do your job. Hate on the low, support on the cool. Day ones, I love you. I'll be right back.